Crazy beef between Lil Wayne and 50 Cent. Beef that set the hip-hop world on fire.
What makes him even legitimate conversation? How many records did his last record sell? Is it interesting? Come on, tell me something interesting. A million records. That makes him what? That makes us ashamed because we both rap. Does anybody who rap, does that put them all on the same level, or are they the same people?
As far as he's concerned, he's a hot topic conversation right now because he has a big buzz. I think that's probably why people.
What would consist of his buzz? Features, like a few features that he worked on?
That's definitely part of it.
And what else? Mixtapes? He wouldn't even be making a mixtape because I invented that. But there's no significance in that. When he freestyles on a mixtape, it's in song format because he's following my format. But they ask me about him like we're the same.
Every real rap fan knows beefs and diss tracks are the heartbeat of hip-hop. They've shaped the game, set trends, and even ended careers. Back in the day, the beef between Tupac and Biggie wasn't just about music. It was a full-blown East Coast versus West Coast war. And sadly, it ended in tragedy. Both legends gone too soon. Other iconic showdowns like NWA versus Ice Cube, Nas versus Jay-Z, and Eminem versus Benzino gave fans straight-up fire tracks that are still played today. But not every beef ends with a win. Sometimes going at the wrong person can bury your whole career. Just look at Benzino. He tried stepping to Eminem and ended up losing it all. After that, even the Source magazine, which he was tight with, faded into nothing. Now, while some rappers know when to stay quiet and keep it moving, 50 Cent, that man never backed down from nobody. He clashed with Ja Rule, The Game, Cameron, Jay-Z, Rick Ross, and Nas. And somehow he's still out here making headlines. Wild, right? But one of his most wild and petty beefs, that would be with Lil Wayne. Things got heated around 2007 when everybody in the game wanted Wayne on their track or remix. Dude was everywhere. During an interview that same year, Funkmaster Flex asked 50 what he thought about Wayne's rising fame. 50 showed him love, then flipped the script and called him a whore. Yeah, he really said that. Total shade right off the bat.
Like a whore sleeps with whoever will pay him.
Okay.
So we gotta call him a whore. If you'll just go with whoever will pay you to be on the record.
Why else would Wayne be jumping on every single feature like that? Unless he was chasing clout and checks working with just anybody who asked. That's exactly how 50 saw it. Now this whole thing could have died right there. Wayne kept quiet after 50's slick comment, acting like it never happened. Smart move? Maybe. Later on, Wayne even said that the late Pimp C told him to brush it off, saying the one who starts the drama is usually the only one who benefits from it. Real game right there, but 50 wasn't just joking. He doubled down. He fired a shot straight at Wayne and Birdman in a track called Part-Time Lover. In that joint, 50 took it too far, mocking both of them with wild accusations about their relationship and straight up dissing their image. It was messy.
Make me wanna kiss you like baby kiss Wayne, and make you call me daddy like baby do Wayne. Damn, that shit sounds gay.
Now 50 had thrown 2 punches and Wayne still didn't bite, probably still keeping that Pimp C advice in his back pocket. But 50? He wasn't done, not even close. That same year, MTV crowned Lil Wayne the #1 rapper on their hottest MCs in the game list. And yeah, 50 wasn't having it. The moment was just too perfect for him to keep his mouth shut. When a reporter came up to him, 50 hit back smooth. He asked the guy to name the first single from Wayne's last album. The reporter froze. Couldn't even answer. 50 laughed it off like, see what I mean? That's when 50 really snapped. He was expecting a war of words, but what he got instead, total respect from Lil Wayne. And not in a sarcastic way either. Wayne kept it cool and humble. He didn't fire back, didn't clap back with bars or threats. Instead, he said, that stuff's crazy, man. I'm not messing with 50. He's way up there. I can't even deal with none of that. Then he added, that's my dude, though. I respect that. My name coming out his mouth, that's a compliment. I'd never go at 50. He's like a trillionaire. I'm trying to get there too. I ain't stupid. Wayne made it real clear. He saw 50 as untouchable, like a boss-level figure in the game. Why mess with someone you actually look up to? To Wayne, this wasn't beef. It was recognition. And just like that, it looked like he really did take Pimp C's advice to heart. Don't feed the drama unless you're the one cooking the meal. But that piece, yeah, it didn't last long. In 2008, things took a turn when a track called Louisianimal leaked from Wayne's camp. Right out the gate, the lyrics had sharp edges, sounding real personal, and this was the moment everything flipped. The beef officially got hot.
$1, fuck 2 quarters. Bitch, I pour syrup in that vitamin water. I hope you die ugly and tonight I'll be gone.
From that point forward, both rappers were sending shots, some obvious, some sneaky. Wayne wasn't done. Next up was a track by the late Pimp C called Let's Talk Money, featuring Wayne and T-Pain, and this one had some real history behind it. At first, Pimp C didn't even want Wayne to fire back at 50. He thought it wasn't worth it. But later on, he gave him the green light to let loose just this once. Maybe it was a favor. Maybe it was loyalty. Either way, Wayne took that opportunity. And on that track, Wayne came in slick with some clever shots aimed right at 50. He didn't yell or go wild. He used slick wordplay to take his jabs. Subtle, but sharp. You could hear it. Wayne had something to say and he made sure the world heard every line. Tell 50 he can guess what's up.
Before we left this bitch, told me keep doing your thing and don't tell 50 shit.
That was basically Wayne's vibe. And guess what? 50 didn't like that one bit. He hit the studio quick and dropped not one but 2 new tracks in early 2009, both throwing shade right at Lil Wayne.
And I'm on your heels, Mr. Carter. I heard you. You want me to die ugly?
These weren't subtle either. He even had one of them playing on the radio like, go ahead, try me. Oh, and if you listen close, 50 slipped in a slick line about Eminem too. Why'd he bring M into it?
Where you at, Wayne? You the full course meal, Wayne. You awfully quiet. You call him out, going down out. I got my walk chest out. You gotta get past me to get to him. I'm the baby over here. I'm the smallest nigga in my clique. Shady out the motherfucking man, nigga. 380 monster. 50 him.
Well, rewind to 2008. Wayne had wanted to collab with Eminem on a track, but M never replied, and that clearly rubbed Wayne the wrong way. Later, in an interview with DJ Envy, Wayne straight up said he thought Eminem was scared to get on the same track with him. That's wild, right? Eventually, M and Wayne did team up in 2010 for the track No Love.
Expecting not to sweat, and these niggas know I lay them down, make your bed. Bitches try to kick me.
But back in 2009, the tension was still in the air. And 50, he was still pressing the gas. After dropping those diss tracks, he took his trolling to YouTube, where he was already beefing with Rick Ross and DJ Khaled. But before even getting to them, 50 pulled out a guitar and started strumming like he was about to perform. Then he said he was working on a rock album. But nah, it was all cap.
Hey, what's up? Alright, y'all caught me. I was practicing for my new rock and roll.
That was a jab at Lil Wayne, who had just announced his real rock project, Rebirth. 50 was mocking him straight to the camera. At this point, the beef was still alive and kicking. When someone asked Wayne if Louisianimal was meant as a diss to 50, he totally dodged it, changed the subject like it was nothing.
And we had an interview with 50 recently, right? And and 50 was talking about the Louisianimal record. And he said, he should have Wayne should explain it, because I don't know if he leaked it. I don't know if it was recorded before it came out. He said, there's no clarity about that record. Do you have a response to him on that?
You said it never rained in Southern California? Wow. That's why I didn't see people with.
Even in 2010, the tension hadn't cooled. This beef was deep, petty, and far from over. Wayne wasn't done just yet. He threw another slick jab at 50, but this time, it was subtle petty. In a video, Wayne picked out only the sections about 50 Cent from a book, laughed straight at the camera, and kept it moving. Total shade, low-key, and disrespectful at the same time. For about a year after that, everything went quiet, the beef cooled down, and fans thought maybe it was done for good. But nah, not with 50 Cent. He's the type who needs the last word, so he hit back one more time with his track Love, Hate, Love, and that song straight up sounded like he was daring Wayne to jump back in the ring. But Wayne, he didn't flinch. He stayed silent like he'd already moved past the drama. And somehow, just like that, this long, messy, ultra-petty beef started fading away. Then things got kind of respectful. Yeah, for real. The two were spotted at some boxing matches over the years, like nothing had ever gone down.
Look, when I said niggas don't understand lifestyle, the cost of living.
And in 2012, when Wayne had a serious seizure scare, 50 actually sent him well wishes. It was unexpected, but it showed that behind all the jabs and subs, there was still some level of respect. Fast forward to 2023, and boom, they were back in the headlines again. Word got out that Wayne stormed out of a 50 Cent concert. Fans were like, wait, is this beef back on? But turns out it was just a misunderstanding. Somebody backstage shoved Wayne by mistake, probably didn't even recognize him, and Wayne wasn't having it. He dipped out before ever making it on stage. Could have sparked drama all over again. But 50? He had his own issues that night and didn't even feed into it. Even though things stayed cool on the surface, fans never really stopped watching for signs of smoke between Wayne and 50. And honestly, the tension always felt like it could come back at any second. Over the years, both rappers kept making moves in their own lanes. Wayne stayed locked in with Young Money, dropping mixtapes and building stars, while 50 shifted more into TV and business, stacking up those executive producer credits like trophies. They weren't crossing paths much, but the energy, still weird. Then in 2024, things got real interesting again. During an interview, 50 was asked to name his top 5 rappers of all time. He named Jay-Z, Nas, Biggie, M, and left Wayne off the list. Fans immediately noticed. Twitter lit up and people were like, how you gonna leave out Wayne? When asked about the omission later, 50 just laughed and said, Wayne cool, but he ain't in my personal top 5. That one line had fans heated all over again. And Wayne, he didn't respond directly. But 2 weeks later, he posted a cryptic message on Instagram. Never needed a list to be legendary. No tags, no names, but people knew who that was aimed at. Even after all these years, it was clear. The beef might be iced, but it was never really dead. It's like both of them kept the petty energy on standby, just in case. Whether it's slick comments or silent jabs, one thing's for sure, 50 and Wayne never forget. Then came another wild moment. This time, it wasn't about Wayne at all. In 2023, 50 Cent was on stage during one of his shows when his mic stopped working. Frustrated, he launched it into the crowd and it ended up hitting Brianna Monahan, a radio host from Power 106. And she wasn't just gonna let that slide. She called the cops immediately. No hesitation. What was supposed to be just a performance turned into a full-on police report. Once again, 50 found himself back in hot water, and this time it had nothing to do with lyrics. As for 50 and Wayne, after that mic-throwing incident and the backstage drama with Wayne, things between them have been real quiet. No more sneak disses, no more interviews with jabs. It's like both of them finally put the gloves down for real this time. And honestly, most fans are glad. The drama was legendary, but after years of sneak attacks, clever bars, and straight-up disrespect, maybe it's time to let the past stay in the past. But hey, in hip-hop, you never know what's next. So if you enjoyed this deep dive into one of rap's pettiest and most unpredictable beefs, don't forget to like, share, and hit that subscribe button so you never miss a drop. And check out the next video on your screen right now for even more jaw-dropping celebrity drama. You know we always bring the heat. See you in the next one.